People's Radio United.
Okay, so let's start off with, like, say somebody has a newer computer and they want to make it secure. What are some things they could do?
Well, there are three main type of systems that are out there now, especially if you're going for like a classic OS, classic operating system. Let's say you pick up a new computer with Windows 10. Excuse me, I almost gagged there. Let's say it's a brand new desktop. Brand new desktop, okay, you're going to follow the same thing as with a laptop and a tablet minus blocking the camera. With a laptop and one of the tablet-based systems, you're going to want to block the camera off. Sometimes you could use a Band-Aid. Take a pair of scissors and cut on both ends, get rid of the adhesive that's there, because that type of adhesive is a pain in the ass to get off the computer when you want to remove it.
Yeah.
Take the actual gauze portion of it and some electrical tape. Cut the electrical tape to the right size to go completely over your camera's frame. Put the padding right over the camera itself, over the lens, and smooth out the tape so that way you have a nice seal. So your camera is essentially nullified. Now that comes in handy, especially if you're going to be using things like Skype or Twitter. You might accidentally hit the camera option. You don't want it randomly taking a picture of your face, especially when you're working on a project that, let's say, a government agency is not really in favor of.
Yeah, and the Band-Aid kind of method keeps your camera from having sticky tape on it. Is that
right? And also keeps the residue from getting on top of the lens. So if you actually do want to use the camera eventually, you don't have to worry about, crap, now I have to figure out a way to clean all this adhesive off.
Got it.
You just have to worry about it on the sides and, okay, well, to cut another piece of tape to go over that.
Okay.
It's the same on tablets. You can block off the cameras on the tablets or on a phone if you wish. Using the same type of method. You just use one of the really small Band-Aids.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so our cameras are secure. What else should we do?
Okay, VPNs. You're going to want to look into different types of VPNs. There are several that work on both mobile devices and also on your computers. For instance, one of the more popular ones right now is private internet access. TOR, that's a good one. iVanish. These are ones that you may have to pay for.
This is for beginners. So
yes,
a VPN is a virtual private network. And what exactly does it do? Just really quick and briefly for those who may not know.
A VPN makes it a little bit harder for somebody to backtrace. So, for instance, right now my exit node is in Norway. I'm definitely not in Norway. But according to my computer, I am.
So it makes it harder to track where you really are.
Exactly. If somebody tries to backtrace you, it goes to the server for the VPN, and that thing is firewalled pretty much better than most other systems you'll ever find.
Okay.
So it'll ease the ability of surfing on the net unobstructed, as well as posting your own information or posting whatever opinions you have online.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you there. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew what we were talking about. So what you were saying, you were in the middle of saying, I think it was private internet access and TOR were some common VPNs people like to use.
Yeah, iVanish VPN, that's another one, Ghost VPN. These ones are all good. They have, a lot of them have free versions, some of them are paid. Services like private internet access and TOR, they have a monthly fee, but the thing is, though, is you could pay for them with a gift card. So that's a good thing because you could buy the gift card using cash and pay for an entire year up front using the gift card. That way the actual purchase of a VPN also can't be backtraced directly to you.
Smart move.
This is especially good for press agents. That way they can get around different types of obstructions. Let's say, for instance, they're trying to tweet from Turkey. That's a big one. Turkey blocks practically everything. They've been blocking Facebook, they've been blocking Twitter. They recently blocked Snapchat.
Yeah.
So having a VPN gets you around those types of blocks. Another thing that you could use along with the VPN is something called TOR. TOR is basically a multi-level VPN, yet it's not a VPN. You can actually set up you can add the node onto either a mobile device or onto your computer, whether you're using Linux operating systems, Mac operating systems, or Windows. You can tell my throw about Windows.
So get a good VPN, block off your camera, use Tor.
I actually recommend using multiple VPNs if possible, if you're able to do that possibly. Mm-hmm. To begin with, I'd say one VPN and a Tor. That way you have your VPN. When you hit your exit node, that's where you would be able to have the Tor access from, in which case it makes it that much harder for somebody to get back directly to your VPN node.
Okay. What about encryption?
Well, there are different types of encryptions. I'd recommend trying to do research on setting up and for those of you that are new, you're going to look at this, you're going to hear this and just tilt your head to the side. Don't worry about it. You can look it up online, you'll be able to understand it. A 256-bit key AES encryption. A 256-bit encryption can be set up on a mobile device. Sometimes you can just select the option to encrypt and set up a password on it. And on your computer, you could set one up directly through the BIOS. So that way your entire computer is fully encrypted when it's shut down. If somebody turns it on and they don't enter in the decrypt password, all that they can see is random data. Also, if someone should somehow get into your computer or your mobile device, all they're going to be receiving is random data. They're not going to get the unencrypted file unless you send it.
So encryption is a key thing you need to do. And then I'd recommend using encrypted email as well, correct?
Yes. Something like Proton Mail, that's a really good one, especially since they went free. It's actually a really good one. It uses a military-grade 256 AES encryption. So it's a double password setup. You have your login, your password, and then a decrypt password. So once you have your main access, it then requests you to decrypt your network through yourself. And that can be accessed on, again, mobile devices. There's now an app for that. I can't believe I just said that. There's an app for it. They have an application for it. You can access it through your browser. So accessing it on a tablet is no problem. Same thing with any type of mobile system.
Yeah, Proton Mail is awesome. We've been talking about passwords. Let's get into that a little bit, if it's okay with you. Talk about how to store your passwords, maybe what are good passwords and what are bad passwords.
Storing your passwords, the last thing you want to do is store them on your computer. Some type of, like a sticky note, a note card, something that you can easily hide, and something that you know location. I mean, storing it on your computer, okay, fine. If somebody should somehow breach your computer, and we'll probably get to that later. If somebody breaches your computer, they can access all of your passwords, all of your accounts. So keeping that offline, off a data system, that's probably one of the best ideas. It's one of the most secure fashions.
Okay. How do you create passwords? What's the best way to create passwords?
Usually random numbers and letters as well as symbols helps. Try to keep it at around 15 characters and something that you could remember. Or you could go for something completely insane and off the wall. You could go for a phrase from a movie, for instance. And instead of just using that phrase in plain text English, turn it into the old gamers code called LEAP 1337. There are translators for it online if you wish, or you can learn it very easily. You could take something like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and turn that into a password, and that right there has about a century hack time. It'll take a computer about 100 years to get through that password.
So that's good. Strong passwords, encryption, VPNs, TOR, and the simple thing like putting a bandage or a sticker over your camera.